Hi, and welcome to piano lesson number 16. In this lesson I'll be showing you a little bit more technical aspects of music, what we like to call ornaments. And you won't find this until maybe you'll start seeing little bits and pieces of these in grade 1, 2, maybe 3. Well, probably not until grade 3-ish. Around there is when you start seeing the ornaments. And then they come more and more when you get into the higher grades. So a lot of people get confused by these, so that's why I'm addressing this, is hopefully to clear up a bit of the confusion. So I'm going to start by showing you turns. No, I think I'll start with trills, then turns, and then probably like extended trills and like grace notes. So they're not too hard. I think you guys will find them easy enough to understand once they're just explained to you. So I've looked through all my music and I tried to find a piece that has pretty much all of these aspects put into one, and I found actually one of my favorite pieces, Nocturne in E flat major, I think it is. Yeah, by Frédéric Chopin, Opus 9 number 2. So you might want to look that up. It's a really famous piece. Anyway, okay, so I'll show you. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna look at is this little baby right here. Now if you can see see the little TR there? That stands for trill. Okay, so what that means is basically it's an unwritten version of, okay, so there's two ways of writing a trill. There's the TR, and then let's see if I can find another one. Okay, right here. See right there? How it's got a little zigzaggy sideways lightning little thing? That's another way of writing a trill. So basically what a trill is if they write a trill over this note, the trill is going to last for that length of time. So one dotted quarter note long. And here, it's only written under this one. So this would be a 16th note. So for only 1/16th note, you're going to have a little trill. So this trill here would sound like, so it'd be like, that's how this would go. So how a trill works is basically, usually you start it on the upper note. So it'd sound like, okay, so this is an F right here. So it'd be G, F, G, F. And that would be a trill. Or you can play it, that's starting on the note above, or you can start it on the note. So you can go F, G, F. And they always go above. So that little trill there would look like this. Just 2 through 2. So that's a trill. And now an extended trill. This is kind of just a normal length trill right here. Now this is going to go for a bit longer time because it's a dotted quarter note. So basically for one dotted quarter note length, you're going to be playing this note, and this note. And in that time you're going to have to play the 2 and the 3 back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth. Kind of like a teeter-totter, or, I don't know, it reminds me of a butterfly sometimes, just kind of, just going along. So, now as you'll see, here, there's these two little babies in here. Now if you notice, these things are a lot smaller than these. So these are bigger, so what these are, the small little notes. So see, here's another small little note here. These are called grace notes, or some people call them, oh, it's not a positur. Can't remember it offhand right now. Anyway, those are called grace notes. Basically, think of them as notes that don't really, they're little quick notes that are added in. So you'll see the trill here, so you're going along, F, G, F, G, F, G, F, G, and then, so once you've played, you're going to want to come out of it. So you're going back and forth. And then once you get to your spot, they've written in a little thing to, so F, G, F, G. So it'd be right there, you're going F, G, F, G, F, G. And then see right here, when you get to here, it's going to go, and then, dun dun, and then da da da, dun da 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 da, and yeah, I can't sing. So it would be like trill, and then da da dun da. So they're two little quick notes that are just gonna kind of sneak in there. So there's a trill, those are grace notes. Now with this one here, that's also another grace note, but it's only a single grace note. So all these notes are counting, but this one is going to be very short. So it'd sound like... Ah, crap. Where is that? It's a D. Oh, okay. And then, so I'm on the A right now, which is right there. And then see how they want you to play another one? So you'd play it quickly. So it'd be like that. Okay. So it's just a really quick, short, repeated note. Oh no. It's hard to look at two things and just like that, kind of. It's just a little quick blurb that's gonna go by. Okay. By the way, a tempo means go back to original speed. Poco rit. Basically, you're gonna slow down. You're gonna gradually get slower. So basically, they're saying when you get to this, you're gonna slow down a little bit, and then when you get to this bar, it's gonna go back to the regular speed. So you can just pay attention to those. Okay, and poco ral. Ral means rallentando, and rit means retardando. And both of those basically mean the same thing, slow down. I'm not exactly sure why they would use two different ones. I'm sure there's a good reason for it. Anyway, so basically they want you to slow down again and then go back to speed. Now these here, see how little they are? Those are grace notes too. So it'd be like, you can kind of just count it in the beat. So basically, literally, these don't exist. It's all just part of this. These are coming in, and this comes in right at the same time as these. Yeah, it's a little confusing. Okay. Now, so those would be the grace note, and then that's just a quarter note. Okay, and also you might notice all these things here. So that actually says ped, P-E-D. So it's pedal, and then that just means up. And then pedal down, pedal up, pedal down, pedal up, pedal down, pedal up. So that was a romantic style of marking the pedal. Romantic as in the period of music. Okay, now, there was one in here somewhere. Oh yeah. Okay, now you see this? Now this trill, they're writing in here that it's going to extend. So when you see this little thing going over, it just means you're going to be playing the trill all the way across. Which, if you notice, this is the exact same bar repeated, but they've added this little thing in here, even though it doesn't really make a difference. It's going to be the exact same amount of time. So this, you're still going to play it the same way. Just like that. Okay, now let's get into what they call a turn. Now you see this? Okay, now forget about this sign and this sign up here, the flat. Just look at the middle thing. Now you see that? That is the symbol of a turn. And what a turn means is you start on this note, and then you're going to go up to this note, and then down. So just 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you'd play 1, and then 4, 3, 2, 1. Just like that. I'll show you from a side view. So I'm just hitting 1, then going 4, 3, 2, and then hitting 1 again. So essentially what I'm doing is, so see how that's kind of like turning around or something? You're just like woo, woo, going around. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, so whenever you see one of those, that's above a note, that's all you have to do. Whatever the note is written is the center note that you put your thumb on. Okay. Alright, and now, okay, now you notice this one, it has this natural sign and a flat sign. So the top part of it means that, okay, so this would be the C note, the B note, and the D. So it's just showing you this is the center and you have one note on each. So what they're saying is the top note of the turn is going to be flatted. So you look at your turn and you're like, okay, so it's centered on C, and then you're like, okay, the top note's here, so that top note is going to be flatted. So this is going to be now what you're playing. Now, as you'll notice too, here in the key signature, B, E, and A are all flatted. And so if C is here, and the turn goes down one step, that would be to a B. But if the key signature has a B flat in it, it's going to flat that note automatically. So that would make it like this. So they don't want that. Chopin didn't want that. So he added a natural sign to the B flat to make this a natural. So instead of this, it's actually going to be this. So we've got the natural brings the B to the B flat down to the natural B, and then the flat brings the D to a D flat, and then it's going to be on the C. So I think there's another one right here. So see that? Okay, there you go. So that is an E turn. So it would be like, I can't remember yet. So this is going to be on this one, so it'll actually be, it would be hard to put your thumb here and then play that. So you're going to use your second finger on the B, E flat, just like that. So you're just going to play all those notes in the span of that 1/8 note right there. Okay? So now here, so this will be a little trill here, so it would be going along and then you'd go E, F, E, and then down to the D again. So it'd just be like you're adding a little F and an E between these two notes. So, okay, and then here we've got another grace note, so they just want you to repeat this note again quickly and then jump up way up there. And see all these? All of these notes going along here. All of these are grace notes because they're really small, as you can see. So you can kind of bring this out. So the way this is, they're going to want you to bring, you can basically do whatever you want with the tempo kind of. You can slow it down a little bit, especially right here. So this is going to be a bit more rhythmic, and then right around here it's going to slow down. So that part goes like no. Yeah, it's just these notes over and over again. And then as you see, tempo, so you just come back to the normal tempo. By the way, if you actually want to see a serious recording of this piece, I actually have me playing this song, so if you look for it in my videos, you should be able to see it. So now here, look, I've got another trill. So, and it's just going over this note, so you only can have it over however long this note value is. So that goes A, and then just like that. So you can probably see that. I'm going 2, 3, and then up. So you just got to do a little quick one. Okay, so I think that explains everything. This is actually kind of a hard subject to teach because there's so many different types of trills. There's like mordants, and there's all these different variations on the turns, like you started on the upper note or bottom note. but usually those are like the general rules. So if they're gonna throw something different at you, it'll be in a lot higher of a grade, or they'll explain it to you, like, okay, we want it to play like this, and they'll put in a little footnote at the bottom. So, okay. Now I have not really thought about the next thing I'm going to teach, because there's not really much that I can think of. So please, 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 if you're watching this and you've been going through all my lessons and you're like, Andrew, you still haven't taught me something that I've been wanting you to learn for the entire lesson, please voice your opinion now, because I need ideas, okay? Otherwise you're just going to have a lot more of my random political blurbs coming onto YouTube, and if you don't like those, you better keep my ideas pumping, okay? If something confused you in this video, try watching it again, because this isn't exactly easy stuff to just pick up. So just think, if you see a trill and it's on any note, pick a note. If it's on A and you see a trill over it, it means that you're usually going to start on the B above it, and it is going to follow the key signature of whatever piece you're in. So if that key signature has a B flat in it and you're on an A, that A flat, the B flat will be in it. But say they put a natural over the trill on the B, then that means it'll be naturaled. But say there's they read an A, but in the key signature there's an A flat, so you're going to start on the A flat. And, well, you're going to have the A flat on it, but actually, usually you start on the note above. So whatever the written note is, so say you're on an A, you're going to start on the note above it, and then go back down, and then back up, and then back down, usually. That's usually the minimum amount. You'll go like that, because for a short amount of time, that's about all you have. Oh, wait a minute. I was going to actually show you how to do these. Probably a smart thing. Okay, here's some tips on how to play a trill. Okay, so you're going to want to hold your arm up, just like this, nice and even, parallel with the floor. Okay, so now what you're going to do, hold your hand up, and then you're going to wiggle your fingers back and forth. So a good exercise to work on this is, put your fingers on your lap, and go 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 2, 3, 2, 3, and then 2, 4, 2, 4, and 1, 3, 1, 3. And then just keep going back until you get good at doing stuff like that. And do it with both your hands too. The major ones we trill with are 2 and 3, 2 and 4, 1 and 3, sometimes 1 and 2, and very, very rarely 3 and 5. 3 and 5 is something very rare, 3 and 5. So 2 and 4, 1 and 3, 2 and 3. So you're going to go back and forth until it feels like it's really light. You don't want it to be labored. So it's all just going to be in your hands, and you're just going to wave your fingers back and forth. And then you just hit the keys. So just arm loose, and then just kind of let your fingers fly. So you can start out doing it nice and slow going. And then as you get better, and then you can just kind of let it loose. And yeah, my trill isn't perfect. I don't have a pro trill, but it's alright. And for turns, there's not really much to say. It's just, so down, and then 4, 3, 2, really loose and fast, and then back to 1. And if you're doing it here, then I'd go 1, so down, and then 3, and then back. So you just want it nice, loose, fast, and light. Not like really heavy. Okay, that should be about it. Okay, that is it, I think. Good. Okay, so just remember, post your comments. I need comments, juicy comments. make fun of me if you wish, I guess. Maybe I shouldn't taunt that, then I'd bring that on myself, eh? Okay, take care. See ya.